Okay, so friggin' Crazy British Blokes here. You brought your bike, didn't you, buddy?
Yeah, got my bike for the race.
Yeah, we're gonna race today. It's gonna be awesomner. I gotta just weld the friggin' foot pegs back on the Dizzy bike there and different things. But what do you think of my new trapter, buddy?
It's nice.
Yeah, I built that.
Lowered and everything.
Yeah, I built that. Look at the front end onto it, eh?
This where the engine
Oh my goodness! Hold on, buddy. Oh my goodness. What are
This
you?
where the engine goes?
Yeah. What are you doing? You're gonna bust it.
It's like a skateboard.
It's very weak in the front there.
No, I wouldn't say it's weak, look.
It's weak in the front, big time.
It's
Eh?
fine. Look.
It's got the locker approval.
Yeah, if it helps me, I'll have an engine.
Right on, freaking right it will.
Nothing wrong with that.
No.
Why you say you got to put more in there?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe try to make it heavier in the front so I don't get as
Fine,
fast.
look.
So it's not as fast.
That ain't going nowhere.
No, probably not.
You know how to weld, that's why.
No, I don't think so. Right on. Well, we got a new chain on Bloke's rig. It was just dicked, and I friggin' welded on the friggin' foot antler holder on her antler and just completely cocked over the paint job. There was only like 40 layers of paint onto it. You can see it all on the floor. But yeah, hooked up the kill switch, put a little oil into it, tightened up the air filter, moved the handlebars forward. I think we're ready for the big race. What do you think, buddy? Ready for the big race?
Big race, yeah.
Yeah. See whose rig's fastest?
Yeah.
Yeah, right on, man.
Yeah.
Look at that new chain onto it.
Yep.
Look at that. Hey?
That's what it needed.
That's that full bore now, right, buddy?
Well, the old one was like elastic band, wasn't it?
Yeah, I tried to take a link off and it just fall apart.
Yeah.
It's like, wow,
Yep.
I'd never seen that before, but
Yeah.
you know, way she goes. But we got her all fixed up there. You're right, we did. Oh shit, the race is on. Son of a bitch. Bloke's got him, he does. I don't think for very long. Son of a bitch. Oh, he bucked it up. Yeah.
Oh, what you broke?
He bucked it up. Son of a bitch. Oh, race is over. Friggin' bolt fell out down here and swung the brake all around and tore the cable off her. So, frig sack. Well, anyways, that was fun while it lasted. But I got work to do on this trapter here. So we're just eyeballing up for the jack shaft for frig's sake. So I friggin' made this fitment in there real nice and different things. I also been eyeballing up onto this. This is like what I took off of this thing, but I'm probably gonna end up taking, you know, like a flat cigarette with a couple of stovepipes and a for frig's sakes there, and just put a son of a bitch through the guy there, and for frig's sakes or that on that way instead. But that should, you know, that should work, I figure. And then we can just figure out where we want this piece on there and drill a hole and put a roll pin in there or weld it on or whatever, and you know, it was over here, right? So we gotta move it over here or wherever we want. But you know, we'll see. We'll have to cut this out too on accounts of, you know, how low we got this. We gotta get that low too, right? So I was gonna mount this upside down, but then you'll never be able to get it apart, so that's bullshit. So that's why I'm gonna go with the cigarettes and the for freak sakesers and stuff. And I'm gonna have to cut some of this out. I didn't really want to on accounts of friggin', you know, this and that. And I drew little arrows so I could remember which way the engine turns on accounts of, you know, some different things. But I'm gonna put a plate in there just to leave an opening for the friggin', for frig's sakes there. Finish welding this side here and here and stuff. And I'll probably make a little 2 by 2 inch cap for the end of that just to, you know, plug it up, make it look nice. Not gonna finish the bottom or nothing, because then, you know, hornets and stuff can make nests in there, and then it won't hold water and stuff and different things. Yeah. Well, I tried a bunch of different friggin' belts and stuff like that, but I ain't got the right sizes, not even close. But this is sort of what we're gonna do, from the engine to this friggin' pulley, and then to that pulley, and then to this shit, and then that shit, and this is stick. But I'm gonna flip it over and put the bearing on the other side where it needs to be, so that I can put the jack shaft in there and friggin', you know, not have this friggin' shit swimming around on me every time I try to grab something and, you know, adjust my shit here. I'm gonna make a little for frig's sakes here and son of a bitch it onto the program, and was a bling bling and stuff like that. But anyways, gotta flip this horse shit over. Well, anyways, I wanted to get more done a little quicker, but there's sort of where the jack shaft's gonna go. I don't know if you can see it stabbing down in there or not, but anyways, I'll end up putting that on tonight. But I got to get this movie up on accordance with, it's already late and friggin' I got more shit to do still, so friggin'. But there's the look we're going for. So that's pretty friggin' awesome here, if you ask me. Get a low shot of it. She's low. Yeah.
Riding on your trapter, looking for a bencher.
Friggin', yeah, it's gonna be awesome there. See the fitment? Check out the fitment for the steering. Oh shit, it's gonna be pretty awesome there. But I might even cut it a little higher and drop it down a little lower, but that's sort of what we're after. One problem that's kind of pissing me off is this tire's all leaky for frig's sack. So I got this tube, and we put some airs into it to make sure it's not leaky and different things, and we get double dicked, but it seems to be holding good. So friggin' yeah, we'll have to deal with that, and this and that. We'll have to measure for belts too. Thought I had a lot more belts. Got some here, some there, or whatever, but I had a freaking armload of them at one point. So anyways, frig sack, I still got a bunch of work to do. Still got to find fenders too. I want to find like a one-piece fender thing with the foot antlers onto it and everything before I go pulling out shafts for friggin', you know, clutch shaft or whatever it is, right? So friggin', you know, I don't want to put it in the wrong spot and then I have to move it on accordance with the new fenders that I end up getting sooner or later. But anyways, maybe somebody's got one of those fenders somewhere, sort of like what's on the lifted, and then maybe they want to trade something that Pug One has. But anyways, friggin' Junkstar's coming down next month there, and we're planning on having the big race on the 12th. So lmnop has to have his trapter ready by the 12th, and I gotta have my trapter ready by the 12th. And Junkstarbuilds is friggin' building this rat rod trapter, so that should be pretty friggin' awesomner. So he'll be bringing that one down and different things. So if you got a friggin' trapter, you want to build something and this and that, come down on the 12th for a bit of a trapter race. Well, I'll be here racing trapters, and I'm sure by then I'll have the new cog. I welded her today. So she's ready to stab on there. I just got to take off these two cogs, put the big one on over here, probably bash the metals down a little bit underneath it, and put this one back on and replace the chain. And was a bling bling. But yeah, so that's minor. We still got lots to go on this one though. But progress so far is friggin' top notch, boys. It's friggin' top notch, it is. So you can see down there, friggin' hood's all friggin' smashed up or whatever. So I'm probably gonna have to rig up like a little piece of angle irons going across the front there for frig sakes, you know, some sort of a hinge type situation on it too. But we'll worry about that when the time comes. I've got to get the engine in and everything, because I want the front of the front of it tipping down, so it's more like, you know what I mean, make it look faster. It's also got forced air induction into the engine compartment too, so that's friggin' wicked. I'm gonna friggin' cigarette a guy up onto it so it works and stuff. We'll make the friggin' cold air cigarette work, and it'll be more awesomer. And I gotta find some friggin' tubing that'll stovepipe on there, and then I can bend it up in accordance with how I want my cigarette. I friggin' was gonna want to use this one on it, but frig sakes, that thing's huge, and now there's no room now that I friggin' shrunk the rear ends down so much. But I don't know if I showed you that or not. My way to get the belt on. So you just friggin', you know, you can fish the belt on there now, pretty easy, different things. So friggin' rights. So there's a better look at the jack shaft there from the topsies. I got to friggin' just drill the holes and bolt it in there. But yeah, I think that should work splendidly. So there'll be a pulley just under here, and then another pulley just below this friggin' cigarette there. So that should work awesome there. But I'm gonna smash this movie up and different things, and then get back at her and stuff like that. I'm pretty excited about this. This is the first trapter, like racing trapter ever built, eh? So you know, it's friggin' bit of a cigarette happening here, but you know, we're working her out. Well, I guess the JDLC was a bit of a racing trapter. It was a trapter and friggin' different things, but that was more turning a trapter into a lawn chair. But anyways, boys, I got a bunch of shit to do. Got to smash this movie up. Beg my pardon, said that 47 times, but anyways, there you go, another Dicker Pug One production. So until tomorrow.
Don't let the laundries get you.